guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do a 1 month update on this Brazilian deep wave hair from New Star Hair Team, which is an AliExpress vendor, but they're also their own website, so they do have a US site that is available to you guys if you want to order the hair. I wanted to do a quick 1 month update. I'm not going to keep you guys too long, just want to let you know how the hair held up, what I did to it, and how I took care of it, and just let you know whether you should order it or not after having it in for a full month. So I like this hair a lot. I didn't have any issues with it really tangling or anything like that. I washed the hair about once a week. I wet it every other day, but I did like a full wash like once a week. And I did notice that when you fully wash the hair, the curl pattern changes into more of like a locks, like more of curly locks than it does when you just kind of wet it. When you wet it, it's more of like a deep wave. But when you actually take the time to thoroughly wash the hair, I noticed that it came out like curls. So that was something that was kind of cool. After washing it, I noticed that like 2 or 3 days in, you could go about 2 or 3 days without actually having to like style the hair. Once I was like 2 or 3 days into a wash, that's when I would style it, go back and like wet it a little just to give it a little bit more body, a little more sheen, and just kind of keep it looking vibrant. I would say about 2 weeks in, it started to have that like dry effect. Sometimes like weave, like deep wave or curly weave can do that. So if you ever run into that issue, just throw some like conditioner, mix some conditioner with some type of like oil for hair, and just kind of put it through the hair, and it'll give it like that nice body and sheen that it's lacking, like the luster that it has when you first get it. You can also deep condition the hair if you have time. Just when you're home working out, doing something, just deep condition your hair, and it will also bring life back into the hair. So those are some things that I tried out during this month of wearing the hair, and I really liked it. I did have an issue with straightening it a little bit. I straightened the hair. I do have a video on it. I will post it sometime this week. I've had this video for weeks and I just have not had a chance to edit it, so forgive me guys. But I did flat iron the hair, and it flat irons pretty good, but it was a little puffy. It had a little bit of frizz to it when it flat ironed, so you can get away with flat ironing it if you have a really good flat iron. If you don't, I wouldn't bother doing it because it doesn't really stay. I had it flat ironed for about 2 days and it puffed back up. So I would say it's kind of like natural hair. If you flat iron your natural hair, if you have a naturally curly hair or any type of pattern like this, it's harder when you to have straight hair, in my opinion. Like even myself, my hair is naturally curly, and when I flat iron it, about 3 days in, my hair's puffy again. So unless I go to like a hair salon and get it done. So it's kind of like that same idea. So flat ironing it is possible, and curling it and stuff and styling it is possible, but I would say you have to have good utensils and good tools to do that, because it doesn't really last more than like 2 days, and then I mean it'll stay straight, but it's just like a poofy straight, and you don't want that. So personally, I would just leave the hair as is instead of straightening it. You don't really need to. I'm actually wearing 4 bundles of hair. I'm wearing 20, 22, 24, and 26 inches. I also have a 16-inch closure in. Personally, I prefer closure when wearing deep wave or curly hair just because it blends better. It's easier to work with, in my personal opinion, than having your natural leave out. If you don't already have natural wavy or curly hair to blend with this kind of texture, I would suggest getting a closure and having someone installing it if you don't know how. I personally have that kind of texture of hair, but I don't like to blend it in with weave just because it's too much hassle. For me, a closure always does the trick with a deep wave or curly hair. What I used was the True by Made Beautiful products that I always use on my natural hair, which I have right here. I used the deep conditioner, and I used, well, the leave-in conditioner and the co-wash conditioner, and I loved it. So this is what I used on this hair, and it worked really, really well. And I also used a mousse and kind of just, you know, put it through the hair, and it left the hair looking nice and vibrant, along with some type of oil just to keep that luster and sheen in it, because it does tend to dry out once you continue to wash and wet the hair. I feel like when you first get this hair that it has such a beautiful sheen and a beautiful luster, but the more you wet it and the more you wash it, it kind of loses that. So in order to maintain it, I would suggest getting some products and, you know, just putting it in the hair and just letting the hair go. That's really it, guys. I mean, there's nothing else I can think of that I really had an issue with. Didn't have an issue with tangling. It held up really, really nicely. It dries beautifully once you add product to it. Flat ironing it was easy, like I said. It wasn't too hard. It doesn't last very long. So I would suggest, you know, if you're gonna do that, just be mindful of the fact that you might have to re-straighten your hair, or you might have to just wet it again and get that nice curl going. So yeah, I mean, I really didn't have any issues. The hair is an affordable price, and it's good hair. A while since I've done any type of AliExpress related hair reviews, so it was nice to kind of dibble back into that and just try out some new hair for you guys. I know you guys kind of missed that aspect of my channel. I've been getting those comments a lot. You guys have been like, why don't you do hair reviews anymore? And it was because I had my own hair company, which I have an announcement about that in another video coming up, so stay tuned. But I wanted to kind of just go back into my channel like I used to do and start filming these videos again for you guys, because you guys like them so much and you still ask me questions on 95% of the vendors that I used to review for. So New Star was probably the first or second vendor that I reviewed for, and I liked them and I wanted to do an update. So I hope you guys got something out of this. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to order the hair, please feel free to go ahead and do so. I will leave all links down below of how I installed this hair, how I styled this hair, and the first initial review. And this is the final last review on this hair. So my recommendation would be to buy the hair because I liked it and it worked out really well for me if you're going to try the deep wave. I haven't tried any other textures from them in years other than this, so I can't recommend anything else, but I do recommend the deep wave if you're looking for a nice deep wave curly hair. I got so many compliments on this hair. A lot of people thought it looked really natural. A lot of people thought it was my hair, so I recommend it. I mean, I don't have any issues with it. It's just going to involve a lot of upkeep and a lot of doing, so, or taking care of, I guess. So if you guys are into curly hair and you don't mind having to take care of the hair and constantly, at least 2-3 times a week, do the hair, then I say go right ahead and order it. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, just leave them down below and I'll try my best to get back to you guys and answer them. I love you guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.